you only went to Harvard. So, don't talk to me because I went to Oxford and Yale. That's one Ivy League school against two. And even if one Ivy League school that I went to, whether Yale, it was much better than Harvard. And I see you're scowling, but it doesn't matter because I'm the head of my department and I can fire you. Get lost. I don't want to see you back in here anymore. And we subtract the math and science department and exemplify the Beth DeFilla's history department because we have the best teachers, we have the quality staff. Beth DeFilla will become the best school it can possibly be. Thank you.
Dr. Chase, you do not have the authority to fire people.
No.
I will talk to Mr. Pedroni later. Thank you for your input, History Department. And now moving on to the English Department.
As the new head of the English Department here at Beth DeFilla, I think we should start the 9th and 10th graders by learning the 3 R's, reading, writing, and grammar. And we should also give them a steady diet of good literature like Tom Sawyer, and Canterbury Tales, and Dracula. But as for the 11th graders, this is their big year in their high school career, so they should start gearing up for the SATs, so we'll take some practice SATs, some practice APs. And also, in this school, no more use of the words is, are, being, been, and all the rest. And we're switching over to the MLA format.
Oh my god! You're gonna switch over to MLA format because I'm gone and now you're the new head of the English department?
I bet your students only get 4s on the APs and all the rest.
You have no heart, okay? And people without hearts suffer.
The future of America is standardized.
What'd you say about the future of America?
I said
Yup!
So, I was reading that new, House on Mango Street. I really like the 3rd chapter. What are you,
They're
Richard?
vignettes.
Oh, yeah. They're really nice vignettes. I especially like the one about, the ant in the attic.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for that. Certainly entertaining. Oh yes, good to see you again, Mr. Isles. What is that, some one-fingered pointing gesture all the kids are doing these days? Same to you. Okay.
Okay, why don't we move on to the math department, please?
Mailbox.
1 through 13 odd, page 137.
I think he means Beth.
Okay, that's not my department. Mrs. Gelfand?
Oh, Svetlana.
You know what we do in Russia to keep warm? We improve math department. In order to improve, we go to KGB and ask for suggestions. And then they give us all vodka, and we drink, and we're happy.
You know what would make Beth DeFilla better? People didn't touch the blinds all the time. Then we wouldn't look like an inner city slum full of hoodlums.
Thank you. Well, that's good. John Bond, thank you. Mr. Portnoy, Mrs. Shore, thank you for letting us suggest our suggestions.
Thank you, Mr. Bond. Mrs. Schultz will try to get working on those blinds. Okay, athletic department?
I actually had an idea for the athletic department, if you don't mind. Sure. I was thinking in order to boost morale, for the athletes and their teams, their Kfutsot, as we would call them here, we might offer for whoever tries out to maybe boost the number of students that tries out. If you make the team, if you are a Beth DeFilla athlete, a stupendous Beth DeFilla athlete, you will get a personalized hug from yours truly.
Okay, Mr. Portnoy.
I know, it's brilliant.
Mr. Portnoy, you tried that last year, it didn't work?
Yeah, but my
Okay,
hugs
you.
have been better.
Thank you for the suggestion. Coach Clark.
Sorry Coach Whitman isn't here. He caught a nasty flu, and the rest of the athletic department had to babysit him.
Well, I have some ideas on how we can clean up the school. The problem with the school is there's too many people in the gym. okay? I'm sick of this. All the time, people are playing sports in the gym, getting the floor all scuffed up, okay? The gym looks terrible because it's covered in black marks on the floor. What we need to do is make sure no one can go in the gym. If we don't let any kids come in the gym, there won't be any scuff marks and the gym will look much nicer. I am absolutely sick of this. Every night from 4:15 p.m. till midnight, I have to take this stick with this tennis ball and go rubbing the gym, cleaning up the scuff marks, and it's so annoying.
I think that we should kick all of the kids out, and to enforce it, I'm gonna get my husband, who is a police officer, to arrest them.
Thank you, PE staff, for that display. And actually, before we move on, if I could sidebar, thank you. And just so you know, sidebar is a term they use in the courtroom, and I know that because I attended law school. It's the Latin term, Coach Clark, for that tennis ball on the end of a stick cleaning apparatus that you speak of is actually tennisballicus sticky.
Thank you, Mr. Portnoy. Next, Judaics.
Children at this school, Beth Phila Taham Community High School, come here with a Jewish education, and we're just not giving it to them. You know, they come here, they want to learn. They want to learn Talmud, they want to learn Torah, they want to learn all these things, and we can't educate them. And as a result, when they go off to college, they don't continue on. And even worse, none of them go to Israel. And it's just, it's terrible.
Why do you always use this song?
Because it completes me.
Sorry, I'm late.
Well, Rabbi Arts, maybe I can help. Maybe if you made me vice principal of the school. Excuse me? I'm clearly more qualified.
Essentially, I was born in Fairfield.
I went to law school.
I went to yeshiva.
Let me express my opinion in song. Misha, nechvasadar, Marvin, Darby, Nisimcha. Misha, nechvasadar, Marvin, Nisimcha.
It's not even on.
What are you talking about?
It's not on.
You can say
David.
Sorry.
Let's move on. Science.
I don't understand what they're doing together. He is so dumb.
They're only in preschool. Rommel?
It's not my fault. When I was little, my parents locked me in my room as soon as I got home from school and wouldn't let me out.
I think that the best way to improve this school is by improving the fire drill procedure, and therefore I have created a demonstration that will demonstrate this. According to my calculations on the free body diagram, this building will burn down at a rate faster than the students can possibly escape.
Yeah.
And they will all die.
That Dr. Brinkle.
Fire!
That's whack.
No fire in the building.
Moving on. There's a special presentation I'd like to introduce. I've spoken to the Hebrew staff, and thanks to my vast knowledge and understanding of the Hebrew language, I am quite certain that they have quite a serious suggestion to make that really probably will trump the rest of the suggestions made today. They've explained to me in detail, actually, and I understood what they were saying.
I must say I'm very disappointed with the faculty. I would have thought that a blue ribbon school would have a faculty that could be more prepared, have better ideas. I want you all to think of better ideas and report to me later. Thank you.
She's such a kidder. Great job, everybody. And let's get out there and shape these young minds. First period, gang. Neato.
Hey, Monty, how you doing?
Hey, Henry.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I read somewhere that you guys had a great laptop program.
Wow, you must have had amnesia. You see?
In the mid-1940s, starting about 1939 to 1945, every nation in the world was at war with another one. This is why we call it World War II. By 1941, Adolf Hitler led his Nazi panzers to the edges of Leningrad in Russia. He wanted to obliterate the Russian Untermensch. This reminds me of a time when I was in Yale and my professor decided to obliterate my entire paper. This also reminds me of Joseph Stalin. You see, he decided to go on a few purges after World War II. My doctorate teacher in Oxford one time took my entire thesis and yelled at it. He burned it and threw it out the window. This was about the same time that the wombats appeared outside of my window. I don't know how they got there. Essentially, the purges also remind me of the time that my doctorate thesis was stolen. This means that my 300-page paper, which essentially would have revolutionized the way history papers are written. Shut up! Go away! Shut up! As I was saying, when I was in Oxford, my thesis, which was 300 pages long, was stolen right out of my bare claw hands. That reminds me of the first time I was stationed in the Yukon Peninsula with the Red Mountie Men and the Grizzly Bears. It also reminds me of the time when I first served in the ghetto, which, by the way, stems from the Polish word ghettotopolis. I was serving with the LA Police Department, where I first learned the term whoop that trick. At this time, you may draw the analogy between my life stories and the diplomacy between Great Britain and Nazi Germany of the Second World War. If you cannot draw this conclusion, you shouldn't be in my class. This reminds me of the other time in Yale when my professor threw me out of class because I did not know the second departmental
Super.
So in the third chapter of House of Mango Street, when the main character, Esperanza, faces change, she cannot bear the harsh reality, just like...
Excuse me, Mr. Hiles.
3 chapters in... Yes, Jake?
Me, Will, Paul, and Nani have a water polo tournament to get to.
Whatever.
Thank you. Okay.
She cannot bear the harsh reality, just like T.S. Eliot said. Okay, so I'm going to be handing out a report.
Future tense. The future tense is done in the future, and It goes like this. The suffixes or whatever are like this. When they teach you a cheer, it goes like this. Ready? Ready?